So I'll show you an initial of the hatcher. So this one I used a 120 quart cooler. Hindsight, I would have gone with the same setup. That way they match, you know, two of the same coolers. Especially if you're using angle bracket instead of the turner like I have. So these came with those turners, those hatching trays. And then I also just made a set of hatching trays out of 1/4 inch hardware cloth. And then I think that's 4 inches thick, you know, two 2-inch boards that I just kind of ripped down on my table saw. And then I put a nail, I drilled a hole all the way through one and then put a nail in it and then marked the location where the nail came out in the bottom board. And then I nailed the nail all the way into the bottom board, so the nail's sticking out like this much. But then that way, that top board you set over that nail, one here and one on the other side, and that way the top stays on. So you can kind of see those quail looking. You can see some feet moving down there. There you can kind of see one. He just took off. So you can see him moving around in there. And then I like to leave them in there 24 hours. That way they dry all out before I open it. So they started hatching last night around midnight. So I'll pull them out here this evening. The ones that are all fluffed up and dry. Oh, there we go. It turned on. All right, cool. So the top is set up the same way as the other ones. Same like air channel thing in the back. That's that white piece of white wood. In the back, the 2 fans. Now, what this one has is, I was just concerned with the light bulb with the heat directly over them. Because this one, the light bulb hangs straight down. So what I did is I took just some piece of scrap wire and then some aluminum foil just to kind of distribute that heat out. And then as the fan blows across it, it blows down and then sucks back through. And I've got 4 trays. And then those trays I know are the same width as these because they can go anywhere in here. I've got my Govee set up and then the Inkbird thermometer there. And then at the bottom, it's got a bigger, this one has the biggest bowl of water at the bottom for getting that humidity up there, you know, 60%. This one, you know, only has the single pane of plastic. You gotta be careful when you drill through it because I cracked it, so I just shoved some clear sealant in there. And then these, you saw them on 2 of the incubators. What those are is those are just holes that I drilled. I just covered it with some painter's tape. That way I can stick a thermometer through just to verify my temperatures. Just to make sure all the temperatures are